Audio is now working. Awesome. Let me turn the backlights on. There we go. How is everyone doing on this Tuesday night? Sounds like we might have some weather coming in. I'll pass along a few notes that I'm aware of right now. Of course, it is election night here in Guthrie. Logan County has 4 different things going on. One in Langston, one in Deer Creek, one in Cashion, and of course here in Guthrie. We'll be breaking those down here in just a little bit. Our primary focus tonight will be on the City Council race for City of Guthrie, Ward number 1. 4 candidates have filed and have ran for that, and now we await. So we have Menecca Gibbs, Robin Crist, Brian Stone, and Franklin Danley. We'll have the graphic up here in just a few moments, and we should have these results in here pretty quick coming in here. There's only 4 precincts total. I think 2 of the 4 are in, along with early voting as well. So we'll have some early numbers here in just a few moments. So when we talk about the City Council Ward 1 race, there are four candidates, just mentioned those. And if a candidate tonight gets 50% of the vote plus 1, they win the election. If someone is unable to get 50%, then they will take the 2 highest vote getters, and they will have a runoff election on April 1st, just between the 2 top vote getters, if someone cannot get the 50% here tonight. So we will be discussing that. The numbers are in. I think we're halfway through the numbers already, and I will be updating this. If you've seen these election shows before, I have to put in numbers, it'd go up to the cloud and come back down. Now I got a system that's pretty quick, that comes in a lot faster, so we won't be waiting on numbers. But before we get started with the numbers for all 4 races here tonight, and I'll stay here until we have a winner or winners for the Guthrie City Council race. I'm not sure I'll be able to stay to the very end with Deer Creek Public School Board or Cashion's school bond of $39 million, or Langston's OG&E franchise, but I will stay on as long as possible. We're having tacos tonight, so I got to get there back home as soon as I can. But before we get started with all the numbers, I want to say a big thank you to our good friends at John Vance Auto Group. They have a very, very cool thing going on right now, and I got to do this myself a couple weeks ago, talking about the mobile service for Ford Mobile Service, and they came to my house. You know how inconvenient it can be from time to time to go get your oil change with the lines, and sometimes you have to sit there. John Vance Motors, the Ford Mobile Service, came to my house. I continued to do what I was working that day. I stayed in. They came to my driveway and did my oil change. I paid for it from my front yard, and they do everything. From oil filter to brake fluid, you see there on your screen, recall services, battery services, tire rotation. I had all 4 wheels off of my truck at one time in my driveway. That big, nice mobile van came up there and did all that for me. I did not have to leave my house. I scheduled my oil change at John Vance the previous day. They were there the next day. So I invite you to give them a call, 405-259-4762. and let them come and do your services right there in your driveway. It doesn't have to necessarily be your house. I have a Brittany Timmons, the chamber president and CEO. She was at work, and they came to her location, picked up her car, and did the oil change there. So I highly recommend it. I was a fan when they pulled up there, and so I invite you to do the same thing as well. We'll have one more on them here in just a little bit as well. So we appreciate our good friends at John Vance Auto Group. Let's take a look at some numbers here for the race for City Council Ward number 1. And here are the first initial numbers. And there you have it. And kind of breaking it down there, you see Menecca Gibbs out of 15 total votes so far. And you see there's 2 out of 4 precincts are reporting. I don't have that on the screen on this particular slide, but 2 of the 4 precincts are reporting. And with 15 total votes, Menecca Gibbs has 6 total votes, Franklin Danley 5 votes, and 2 votes each for Robin Crist and Brian Stone. and we'll put those numbers up here. That should be 2 of 4. 2 of 4. So hopefully that will get updated here in just a few moments. But I can tell you absentee mailing, Menecca got 4 votes, Robin Crist got 2 votes, and Franklin Danley got 2 votes through the mail. And then there was early voting on Thursday and Friday at the Logan County Election Board office. Menecca Gibbs got 2 early votes, Brian Stone got 2 early votes, and Franklin Danley got 3 early votes. Add all those numbers up, and that's 15 total votes. And 2 of the 4 precincts are reporting. That should be a 2. I don't think that got updated in the graphics. So we'll get those here in just a second. And we do have comments, so be sure to throw in your comments. It should be comments. There we go. John Pagana's checking us out tonight. John Van Sutter Group, they're here. We just talked about them. We'll talk about them here in a little bit as well. And Shirley is watching tonight. And Benjamin Kennedy, boy, I saw your post, Benjamin, on the upgrades. You do fantastic work, sir. It's unbelievable how good you are on all that stuff. So thank you for that. Kenna Buffington, we love the service of John Van Sotto. Yes, absolutely. They do a great job. So John Van's here to help. And Cody Knox says, evening, Chris. Good evening to you as well. So, and I don't have graphics for the other races, but I can tell you, kind of describe those here a little bit. The town of Langston, if you remember, city of Guthrie a couple years ago, feels like a couple years ago, had an OG&E franchise. Citizens voted on that for 25 years. That's what Langston has tonight. So it's basically a 25-year deal for OG&E to give power services. And if it fails, then I think they would just try again. But I would certainly think if you live in Langston, you definitely want power. So hopefully people got out there and vote, but they did not vote early and did not send an absentee mail for that. So those numbers have not come in yet for the OG&E franchise in Langston. Cashion Public Schools going for a $39 million school bond, and they had 51 early votes, with 3 of the 9 precincts also reporting for Cashion Public Schools. And remember, when you deal with a school bond, school election, you have to have 60% or more. And right now, there's 26 yes votes and 25 no votes. So it's right now basically 50-50. If those numbers stayed right there, that the school bond would not pass for Cashion Public Schools. Part of their bond proposal, $39 million to be repaid over 13 years. If you remember, that kind of compares to Guthrie. Guthrie did a $45 million one last April. It'd be paid off a little bit quicker than 13 years. But they are looking to add 10 classrooms, doubling of safe rooms, a secure entry office space, new cafeteria, kitchen, common area, freeing up space for elementary lunches, a new parking lot and field house. A big part of that is a high school as well. So Cashion trying to get a school bond passed. Remember, got to get 60%. Right now it's 50-50. We'll see how the numbers play out here in just a little bit. Miss Tammy Boxley checking in. Got to see Tammy at the Chamber Banquet, as well as Blue Jay Wrestling, or Blue Jay Basketball, I believe it was. Cheney says, keep it up, Menecca, early on. Russell Family Services, let's go, Stoney. And I can tell you all four candidates are very nice people. I know all 4 of them. Met Franklin when he ran last time. Big old smile, big guy, just a big heart. I saw his daughter in front of a sign. And then Brian Stone, he grew up with my brother and good friends, a longtime Guthrie guy. I thought he did a great job at the forum. Robin Crist, she moved here when I was in junior high, and she lived next door. She was my neighbor for growing up from junior high and high school. So she's put her name in there. She's done a great job campaigning. Of course, Menecca Gibbs. A lot of people know Menecca through her work. Had a downtown business there for a little while, and she's been on several boards. And I thought she had a really good forum as well when we had all 4 of them there at City Hall. So all 4 great people. So we'll see how it plays out tonight. Forrest watching us as well. Carol says she is anxiously awaiting results. I'm getting ready to refresh those here in just a little bit. John Pagonis, how many possible votes are in the ward? I didn't do those numbers. I usually do those numbers afterwards. I can tell you when history tells me when there's one race, the only thing on the ballot. Remember, this is for Guthrie City Council Ward 1. I live in Ward 2, so I'm unable to vote in this. Only folks, registered voters in Ward 1 are allowed to vote in this election. So I've seen this before in Ward 3, and I've seen it a couple times in Ward 3. 200 votes, I'm guessing if we get more than 200 votes, it's a good turnout. It's not really, it's kind of sad, but 200 is about the over-under that I'm anticipating here tonight. So if it goes over 200, I would say that's a good night. Under 200, about normal. And I think the numbers are going to be around the 200 range. First Christian Church is the biggest voting precinct there. And I think around 5 o'clock, it was around 162 people. So we'll see how that turns out here in just a few moments. Waiting for those numbers to come in. Remember, they got to go from the voting, wherever you voted at, or they have to take those and take them to the Logan County Election Board, put into the system, and then we have the numbers as well. One other thing, real quick, we'll have the winner or winners tonight. The election board will ratify those on Friday to confirm those numbers. Make sure it's all good there. Jesse Scott says, go Brian Stone. Cody says, Franklin is a great guy. Comes to my job to get his car worked on. I love Miss Robbins, such a sweetheart. Yeah, all four candidates really, really good people. So Jimmy Gibbs, I think he might be a little partial, but he says vote Gibbs. Melissa at the watch party. Okay, Menecca's got a watch party going on tonight. And Miss Carol, I was told today by a reliable source there are approximately 1,500 eligible voters in Ward 1. There you go. So if there's 1,500 eligible and 200 vote, that's 7-1, little less than 7-1. Tracy says vote Gibbs. Scott Russell, we need to consolidate these elections to the general cycle. There is a bill going through the House, through the state legislature right now, trying to get school elections off onto the general as well. So I think we'll see how that one plays out. But you might be on something there, Scott. Tommy sitting at Menecca's watch party on pins and needles. Randy always checks this out. Appreciate that. And Kyle Lanoy says, let's go Menecca. All right, let's check some numbers and see where we are standing. See if there's been any update. And no update yet on City Council. Still got 2 of the 4 precincts. We'll show the numbers here one more time. Get that lower third off of there. Those are the early numbers right now. Those are the numbers we have. 2 of the 4 precincts are in. We await those numbers. Again, they got to take those from the place where the vote was held, take those to the election board office, and then put them into the system so we can all see them here on the screen. So I would certainly think we'll have I think within the next 15 minutes for sure, we should have a winner or winners known here, assuming all the technology goes correct. So I'm just going through here, making sure all my updated information is correct, and it is. So still waiting the numbers to come in here on this Tuesday night. So we got some weather coming in. I do know City of Guthrie, the City Hall and non-emergency office, all the non-emergency offices will open at 10 a.m. in the morning. So 10 a.m. for City. If anything changes, if more weather comes in than expected, they'll have some updates throughout the morning hours. And also, Guthrie Public Schools is going virtual for Wednesday, February 12th. So that message came out by Dr. Mike Simpson in Guthrie Public Schools around 5 o'clock today. So to be honest with you, I've not watched a whole lot of weather, so I don't know what we're getting or supposed to be getting, any of that stuff. So maybe you guys can let me know. So go back to some comments as we await the numbers to come in. Randy says, no dog in this hunt, just curious is all. Yeah, I think that's the super majority of the people. Again, if you live in Ward 2 or Ward 3, you're unable to vote in this election. So a lot of folks checking this one out. Zora says, go Menecca. Greg Hudson, It says go Stone. And when you have elections like this, when you're around 200 votes, it's always important for you to get your people out there to vote. That's the big part of that, is getting your people out to vote. Carol McPeak says go vote Menecca. Of course, the polls closed at 7. Again, if someone does not get 50% or more tonight, it'll be a runoff election between the two top vote getters on April 1st. So we've got a lot of Menecca fans on here. Menecca supporters, I should say. I think we're friends with everybody, but I should say supporters. Jen Russell, my sis, says, in Stone we trust. Let's go Stone, Braden Hall. You can see Braden on here. Kelly says, let's go Menecca. And my favorite emergency manager in the whole wide world, Stephen Haga, says he will send me an email on the weather. So appreciate that. I know I got one from you a couple of days ago, but predicting winter weather is really, really difficult. So, all right, let's do a refresh. And we're still looking at 2 out of 4 with the precincts in. Langston, one person so far has voted for the Langston OG&E franchise, and that one vote is a yes, So right now it passes. It's just simple majority on the OG&E franchise. We did this in Guthrie with OG&E and ONG. We definitely need electric, and we definitely need gas. So we'll see if that passes. Right now, the cash-in school bond, $39 million bond. Remember, it needs 60% right now. No has it at 54%. If I remember right, they've had a hard time passing a couple of these in cash-in. And Deer Creek Public Schools, obviously Deer Creek falls into a portion of it falls into Logan County, but overall, 62 votes are in that one. Lisa Antonelli, I know she's the incumbent, and right now she's leading that race 48%. I don't know if we have any Deer Creek School Board or Deer Creek people watch this, but just in case, we got you covered. And that's for the entire race, not just Logan County. Do another reset. All right, we got some updated numbers here. Let me get them in here. Again, this is going to be a lot faster when I get the numbers. So this was a small one. The big one, we have not gotten in yet. So this is going to be a small one. Only 2 total votes in this precinct. So the numbers are not going to change a whole lot with this update. In fact, only 2 votes came in, both of them for Robin Crist. So save the numbers, and here are, with 3 of the 4 precincts reporting, here are the numbers. So Robin pulls within 2 votes of Menecca and within 1 vote of Franklin Danley. So with 3 of the 4 precincts coming in with only 17 votes, this tells me we are now awaiting the precinct from First Christian Church, which is going to have around 200 votes. So as soon as those numbers get here, we will have the final precinct coming in. Again, this will be First Christian Church. It's one of the largest one. It is the largest one in the city of Guthrie, no matter what election's being held. Obviously here in Ward 1, but any of the big races, usually First Christian Church is a big part of that. So there are the numbers, and I'm going to throw the lower graphic here. Okay, so it did update on the precincts 3 or 4. So those are the numbers: 6, 4, 2, 5. 17 total votes so far. So the timing, I appreciate Logan County Emergency Manager Stephen Haga with this update. Start time for our area will be around 3 a.m. and ending around noon tomorrow. 3 a.m. tonight, noon tomorrow. And that's probably why Guthrie Public Schools had to make the decision, and by the city of Guthrie had to make the decision as well, because this is going to be an overnight event. And so it's best case scenarios if parents and students know ahead of time and not know at 5 or 6. They know in plenty of time. So looks like that's the wind chill, dangerous wind chill, -2 to -3. So, so it's going to get cold. Chance of snow, sleet. Let's see here. For Logan County, ice amounts anywhere from 0.1 to 0.15. That's enough to do some damage on the roads and lines in the air. Snow, sleet amounts 1 to 2 inches. And, of course, we're in a weather advisory. So we'll see as we get a little bit closer in the overnight hours how it is. So thank you, Logan County Manager Stephen Haga, with that update. And do another click here, make sure we're not. Okay, we got all 4 precincts reporting here, so we are about to have it. Let me see real quick what it is. Okay. There, in my eyes, no surprise with this one. So let's get the numbers in here. We have the final numbers. Let me get them popped in here. So 222 total votes are here. 222 total votes. So I put it over under at 200. We went a little bit over. So right on, almost had it, almost predicted precise. So, and one number here. Okay, let me make sure I get this right. 95, 22. All right. Here are the numbers for Ward 1 City Council for Guthrie. And Menecca wins the overall as far as votes is concerned with 97 votes. Second place in votes is Brian Stone with 85 votes. Franklin Danley finishes with 22 votes. And Robin Crist finishes with 18 votes. As you see, Menecca did not get 50% of the vote, or no one got 50% of the vote. So what that means is Menecca Gibbs and Brian Stone will run off on April 1st for the seat for the city of Guthrie. So I want to throw one more thing out there here in just 1 second. I want to, again, thank John Vance earlier for the mobile service. I want to throw one more John Vance plug in there real quick and come back and wrap this up and explain what the process is now moving forward here for Menecca and Brian Stone. And also, there will be another city council member appointed in May. We'll talk about that as soon as we hear from our good friends at John Vance Auto Group.
Life moves fast. That's where Ford Mobile Service comes in. We make routine maintenance and light repairs easy by bringing the service to you. No hassle, no waiting, just expert care wherever you are. Oil and filter changes, brake service, battery services, tire rotation, blade replacement, bulb and lamp replacements, diagnostic scanning, software updates, and much more. Don't see what you need? Just give us a call at 405-282-2727 and we'll let you know if we can handle it with Mobile Visit. While we're there, we'll perform a multi-point inspection to keep you informed about your vehicle's condition. And don't worry, we use genuine Ford parts to ensure every repair meets the highest quality standards. So let us bring the service to you. Call us or click online and schedule your appointment today and let us make it convenient for you with Ford Mobile Service.
Again, big thank you to John Vance Auto Group, Ford Mobile Service. Again, I had my oil change done in my driveway. They came and did it in the driveway. Didn't have to drive to the shop. Didn't have to go sit in the lobby. They came to my house, and I continue to do my household duties there as they changed my not only my oil but my tires as well, rotated my tires. So big thank you to John Vance Auto Group. So here are the numbers as I talk over the screen here. Here you see Menecca and Brian Stone both moving on to the April 1st election. Now, do remember, Councilman Adam Ropp, he filed for mayor at the same time as these candidates filed for Ward 1. No one filed with Adam Ropp, so Adam Ropp will be the next mayor for the city of Guthrie come May. He will have to vacate his seat for Ward 1. And so the council in May will begin that process of appointing a new council member in Ward 1. during the forum. If you watch that forum, we asked the candidates, if you don't win the election, will you look to be appointed to that seat? Will you apply for that seat? And all 4 said yes, they will. Doesn't mean there's other applicants that can fill out to be in a Ward 1 member as well. But so that's a little bit later on. But so there will be basically 2 new council members within the next several months. But tonight it's Menecca Gibbs and Brian Stone advancing to the April 1st election. All 4 precincts are in, and we will do one more look here on some other stuff. Town of Langston now has 26 votes in. 24 says yes, they want power from OG&E. 2 people voted no. I guess they don't want power. If it failed, they would run the election again, but it's going to pass. Cash in Public Schools, again, they need 60% for the $39 million bond. Right now, it is failing. It's not even winning the popular vote. 55% no vote right now on that one. And the Deer Creek School Board, Lisa Antitelli, still leads that one in a 3-member race. She is the incumbent there. But the big news, it's Menecca and Brian moving on to April 1st. And I'm going through the comments. I appreciate all the great comments. Make sure I'm not missing any of them here. Let's go Stone. How is Murray 7 doing in Deer Creek? Tammy, I just let me pull that up here real quick. Marie 7. Right now, she's currently in 3rd place, Tammy Boxley. She has 13 votes. Chris Adamson has 19 votes, and Lisa Antonelli has 30 votes. Thank you, Brooke. Benjamin, your studio's impressive. The pop-up graphics are really cool. Yeah, been working on those last couple of days, trying to get them fine-tuned. And I thought one of them was going to be off, but it was just running a little slow. So thank you for that. I am kind of proud of those. I'm kind of those weird people that watches election night and look at different graphics and kind of get different ideas. Very similar to what I do for sports as well. So, boy, I think Menecca might have a huge watch party tonight. Tommy is there. I think I might have gone over these earlier. I think I went the wrong way. Nope, I went the right way. Getting all the comments in here. Randy, so is Menecca related to Anthony Gibbs? No relation to Randy. Tammy says, thank you. Her husband's Nike's OSU track coach. All right, well, now I might have a rooting interest on that now. Carol Downs, well done, Menecca. On to April. Tracy sending her congratulations to Menecca as well. Cheney says, great job. Good luck in the runoff, guys. Brooks says that. So a lot of great comments. I noticed more people appear to be watching on Facebook tonight. So if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, always go to, wouldn't mind go to YouTube and be sure to subscribe to Guthrie News page. Here are the numbers one final time. Get the overlay off. Menecca Gibbs and Brian Stone moving on to April. Menecca gets majority of the votes tonight at 97. Brian Stone, 85 votes. Robin and Franklin with 18 and 22 respectively. Again, both very, very nice people. All 4 candidates, great people. I've got to know all 4 of them well over the years, and takes a lot of courage to put your name on the ballot and go through a forum and put out signs and talk to people about what they want to hear. So kudos to all 4 of the candidates, and that will do it here tonight. Again, a big thank you to our good friends at John Vance Auto Group. Remember, give them a call, 405-259-4762. They will take care of you on your time at the location that is best for you. The mobile service with Ford, and there you see all the great things that they can do, including those software updates. Vehicles these days need a lot of software updates. They can check all that for you. 405-259-4762. Even if you're at work, they'll come to your work. as well. So big thank you to all of them as well. That will do it. We'll see you again in April with this election between Menecca Gibbs and Brian Stones. And appreciate everyone checking us out tonight on Guthrie News page. Be weather aware. And remember, no school for Guthrie Public Schools. Virtual learning tomorrow for the kiddos. And City Hall offices and non-emergency offices will open at 10 a.m. If more weather comes in, they might close it. But right now they're opening at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, February 12th. Have a great night.